The sacrifices of service members of the greatest generation in the world wars secured the freedoms we enjoy today. Since Lucia joined the rest of the Commonwealth in Remembrance Day observances on Sunday, as poppy-wearing dignitaries and government officials honored these sacrifices with speeches, prayers and wreath-laying ceremonies at the Cenotaph in Derek Walcott Square and the war graves at Shock Cemetery. Annually, the St. Lucia Ex-Service League pays tribute to these war heroes. More than 300 St. Lucians enlisted in the British Armed Forces in the First World War, over 30 of whom made the ultimate sacrifice.
We come together to honour those from St. Lucia, the United Kingdom, across the Commonwealth and the world who served to defend our way of life. We pay tribute to the special contribution of families and the emergency services. We acknowledge the innocent civilians who have lost their lives in conflict and due to acts of terror. Some 359 St. Lucians were among the over 15,000 West Indians who enlisted in the British Army to fight in the First World War, where 36 died in action. Many more were enlisted in World War II, and of those, 26 died in action. I believe it is our responsibility not only to remember those who came before us, but to preserve the gift of freedom they bestowed upon us.
The traditional parade of uniformed services, marked by military precision and coordination, took place at the Derek Walcott Square. In his address at the ceremony, Acting Prime Minister Sean Edward paid special tribute to Reginald Cherubin, St. Lucia's last living active war veteran.
Sometimes the sacrifices we make, the gestures that we put forward, cannot measure in terms of dollars and cents. And to you, Mr. Cherubin in particular, whom I encountered for the very first time roughly 9 years ago, I met you and we had a very, very brief exchange at the time. And from that day, I literally fell in love with this old man. And his daughter, Jackie, can attest to the many conversations we would have had on the telephone when I inquired about his well-being and what it is that he was doing on a daily basis. Today, I must say, notwithstanding what you would have shared with me, that I've learned a few things that I did not know of. I was a bit astonished to learn that every night there is some scotch that goes down with coconut water. I don't know if that is the secret to your longevity, but it is something that is worth considering.
French Ambassador to St. Lucia, His Excellency Francis Etienne, encouraged attendees at the gathering to remain hopeful for the future despite ongoing global conflicts.
And the future may look bleak, especially if we diplomats don't perform well. As we know, the Second World War came because the way peace was organized at the end of the First World War was not so efficient, not made in the best spirit. This is a lesson we learned. So today we remember, we want to respectfully celebrate those before us. And indeed, as President Justin said, it's not just today, it's every time we have the opportunity to think about those who fought. Actually, at the moment, it's on a daily basis.
This year marks the 106th anniversary of the end of the First World War, the war to end all wars. The poppy is the enduring symbol of remembrance of the First World War. St. Lucians fought and died in World War I from 1914 to 1918. They also battled the fascism of the Axis powers led by Adolf Hitler's Nazi Germany in World War II from 1939 to 1945. Records indicate that 15 died in the line of duty. Gina Filippi, HTS News Force.
Members of the Ex-Servicemen League